Here is the brand new Formula One Solargraph that was just announced by Tag Heuer. This is a modern homage to the original Formula One that debuted almost 40 years ago. Those watches were the first release under the newly formed Tag Heuer brand, and they had steel cases, they had plastic bezels, bold colors, quartz movements. They were popular. This new homage is steel. It has a plastic bezel, it has bold color options, and a solar-powered quartz movement, so it's very true to the original spirit of the release from 1986. However, this is priced at $1,900, and that begs the question, is it worth it? Thanks to Saltzman's Watches for sending in this brand new release for a review. Saltzman's is a family-owned AD in Rhode Island. They're an authorized dealer for Tag Heuer, for Breitling, for a number of different brands. I have worked with them for years. I've bought from them multiple times. They're an awesome authorized dealer, and they've given me a discount code. So if you're shopping Tag Heuer, if you're shopping any of the brands that they carry, definitely take advantage of that discount code. It's linked below. Now, let's take a close look at this new release, and I'm going to try to be very fair as I talk about it. I know I like it. I know some of you don't like it, but let's take a look at the details. A few things become apparent. One, it's surprisingly hefty for a smaller 38mm watch. It is 3 millimeters larger than the original from 1986. This is thin, it's comfortable. Although it does not have a toolless quick adjustment system in the clasp, it does have a hidden quick extension system that operates the exact same way as Rolex's EasyLink does, and I like that. And then lastly, this has lume that is surprisingly potent. I really wasn't expecting it to be so good. Now, none of those surprising aspects are found on the original. As with this movement, the movement inside the case is a Swiss-made solar quartz caliber, so if this dial is exposed to natural light for 1 minute, it can power the movement for 1 day. 20 hours of charging creates 6 months of power reserve, and on a full charge, the movement could run for 10 months. So I think that's pretty impressive. It's the same movement that's found in the Aqua Racer Solargraph, and those watches retail for over $3,000. So I think you're getting some value here with the Formula One. The battery is rated for 15 years, and unfortunately for many watch collectors who love to see the seconds hand hit every index perfectly, this movement doesn't. It gets close, but some of them are just a hair off the markers, and honestly, it does not bother me, but I do know that it will bother some of you, so be aware of that. Now, here's another question. Why plastic? What the heck, Tag Heuer? You couldn't splurge a little for DLC-coated steel or a ceramic bezel? Tag Heuer calls this material TH Polylite. So it's a synthetic polymer that is strong, it's abrasion resistant, it's heat resistant. In fact, some automotive parts are made from this compound. It's called polyamide outside of the LVMH group. And I think that's interesting because Tag used to create parts for Formula One cars, and that was before the merge with Heuer. So just a little bit of interesting information there. Personally, I think Tag Heuer chose polyamide because the original bezel was plastic, and they're staying true to that design inspiration. But I think more importantly, they want to differentiate their entry model, this model, with some of their more expensive offerings. Would I prefer DLC steel or ceramic? Definitely, yeah, I would. But seeing as how this is an entry-level watch, I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's base treachery, as it sounded like some watch idiot savants thought when this was first announced, that it is made out of polyamide. But what's good about this release? I think this is fun. It has some nostalgia to it. There are lots of colors, different straps to choose from. That's always a good thing. I think this makes a great grab and go watch. It's thin, it's comfortable, it's accurate. It has 100 meters of water resistance. It has good lume. It has a sapphire crystal. It has some good things going for it for a grab and go piece. But I think the biggest thing is the fact that it just oozes 80s and 90s tag with the logo shape of the cardinal markers, the Mercedes hand design. It has that old school Tag Heuer charm, so I think that's fun. I also like the mix of the sandblasted steel with the loud colors, so it makes this watch feel purpose-built or toolish without coming across as austere, which can sometimes happen. Now, that said, what is not so good about this F1 Solargraph? Well, one, it is $1,900 full retail, and so it sits in an odd spot in the watch market. Some watch collectors, they're not going to be tempted by this watch. They would rather track down an almost 40-year-old original for around $300, a little bit more if it's in nicer condition and whatnot, rather than to get this new and improved version that's slightly upscaled and carries some modern components. Others will look at the price and they will decide that if they're spending well over $1,000 on a Tag Heuer, they might as well just keep saving, and go for a more expensive Aqua Racer or Carrera and just forego the entry model within the Tag Heuer lineup. Definitely nothing wrong with doing that. So that said, who do I think this watch is for? Honestly, not watch idiot savants. Kind of like how I've hinted throughout this video. This watch is aimed at a few different groups in my opinion. One, those old enough to remember the original Formula One watches. And, those people that get hit with that nostalgia bug. I think that is important to note. And two, it's for Formula One fans who want to get a nice Swiss watch. They're not necessarily watch collectors, but they can't afford the likes of IWC. Their main driving interest is Formula One. And then lastly, I think this is the biggest demographic that Tag Heuer is aiming for, and that is a new, younger generation that will hopefully grow within the brand and want to buy other Tag Heuer products as they age, as they develop and get older. So I think Tag Heuer, they're really focusing in on that demographic. The original Formula One, that was successful. It brought in a lot of new collectors to the brand, and Tag Heuer, I believe, is hoping that this release does something similar, and time will tell if they're successful in that. Now, last question, would I buy this watch? The answer is no. I know it's all mental, but I like larger watches. Yes, I can definitely pull this off. Yes, many people will enjoy this comfortable 38mm size. It is more true to the original, which was sized at 35mm. But if Tag Heuer ever released, say, a 42, I'd be interested. I like this. I think this is a fun grab and go, and I recognize it's an entry model for Tag Heuer, and I also recognize that Tag Heuer makes a great buy at the right price.